Publius Ovidius Naso, Amores, Book 1, Episode 1. Epigramma ipsius. Qui modo naso nis fueramus quinque libelli. Tre sumus hoc illi praetulit auctor opus. Ut iam nulla tabi nos sit legis voluptas. Ad levior demptis poena duobus erit. This is the beginning of Ovid's Amores, obviously, and this is the epigram of the work itself, epigramma ipsius. This is a word of Greek origin. It starts out then with a line of hexameter. Remember that this elegiac couplet, which is the name of the meter Ovid uses, the elegiac couplet meaning 2 lines, has 1 line of hexameter, that means 6 feet, and a second line, which is an epic pentameter. It's more properly called a double hemi-epes. Epes means an epic line. A hemi-epes means half of an epic line. When you put 2 of those together, you have a double hemi-epes, which is what this second line is. Now, each foot in the line is either a spondy, like so, 2 long syllables, spondy, or a dactyl, a long and 2 short syllables, spondies and dactyls. The name dactyl is the Greek word for finger because it resembles the knuckles in the index finger, 1 long and 2 shorts. The first line of the couplet has 6 of these. Qui modo na so nis fueramus quinque libelli, like so. The second line, which is the double hemi-epes, sometimes called epic pentameter, has 2.5 feet, tres sumus hoc illi, and then a half foot, and then a strong caesura or break, and then 2.5 more feet, praetulit auctor opus, like so. Other episodes of Ovid and Virgil and Lucretius have discussed metrics at length. You can go look at those if you want more review and instruction. We who, qui, once, of Naso, that means Ovid, Publius Ovidius Naso, we who once of Ovid were, fueramus, 5 books, quinque libelli. Fueramus is a pluperfect from the verb esse, it's a first plural, and the subject here is libelli, which is a masculine nominative plural. We who once were the 5 books of Naso, that's a masculine singular genitive. We tres sumus, masculine singular genitive, we are 3, tres sumus. So we who were once the 5 books of Naso, we are now 3. So originally Ovid released this work as 5 books and then later revised it to 3. This to that one, namely hoc opus to that one, the author preferred. The subject auctor, referencing Ovid, masculine singular nominative, of course. The verb praetulit is from praefere, the irregular 3rd conjugation verb to place before. The direct object is opus, modified by hoc, and the indirect object is illi. The author preferred this arrangement to that one. Then we have a result clause. The result now is not pleasure. The result is no pleasure for you to have read us. Now that's awkward English, but if we look at it a little more closely, the result now is not that there is pleasure, nulla voluptas, that pleasure belongs to you in reading us, legisse, nos. So the subject is legisse, which is a verbal noun and infinitive. The verb is sit. To have read us, legisse sit, is not for you pleasure, nulla voluptas. Voluptas then in the nominative is the predicate of legisse. But this is the result instead. At levior demptis poena duobus erit. But that the penalty, the poena, levior erit, the penalty for reading us will be lighter. Levior is the comparative of the adjective levis. It's feminine singular and nominative because it's the predicate of poena. But the penalty will be less, the penalty for reading us, demptis duobus, with 2 books removed or taken away. And this is an ablative absolute. So it's a masculine, because of libelli, a masculine plural, ablative. Ovid then ends this epigram with this self-deprecating line. It's not going to be any more pleasure for you to read us in 3 books than 5, but if we take 2 books away, Demptis Duobus, the penalty or the consequence will be lighter.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the lesson, please press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment.